Hello, I'm Britney McKay, the Marketing and Outreach Director of the Rock River Philharmonic, and Michael Krueger, the Executive Director of the Rock River Philharmonic, is here with me as well. And we are going to talk a little bit about what the Rock River Philharmonic is.
The orchestra has continued, and all orchestras continue to have to evolve. And in 1971, the Beloit Civic Orchestra became the Beloit Janesville Symphony Orchestra. So that brings us up to today, where we become
the Rock River Philharmonic.
Right.
So let's talk a little bit about how that name was chosen.
Sure. There was thought put into it. It probably started with the Beloit Janesville Symphony Orchestra, and there's a lot of pride in that. But what we wanted to look at is there a bigger audience? Is there a bigger area we can be providing service to and entertaining? And thought about a few different things, thought about Rock County, but then we run into the Illinois border. So really settled on Rock River and the Rock River region because it is such a long river and it encompasses a pretty large geography. So that's where the Rock River came from.
All right, and now for the Philharmonic, where did that part come
Yeah,
from?
that's a great question. The Philharmonic, I made some recommendations, and we took a look at it as an organization, and looked up the meaning of a symphony and orchestra and Philharmonic, and it was interesting. The meaning of symphony is a form of music, and it's generally like a sonata form, slow movement, fast, slow, fast. And then orchestra is a group of people that play music. So those are both nouns. And when I looked at Philharmonic, it wasn't just to sound neat or different, but when I looked at the definition, it's to love or have a passion for music. It's really more of that action word that matches the Rock River and matches what we're trying to accomplish.
Will there be other changes?
There will be other changes that we're really excited about. One of the biggest ones is that we'll be playing or performing nearly every month of the year. So we're excited about that.
Yeah, more music.
Right. There are three things primarily that we're going to change. We're looking to break down the geographic barriers that we have and explore playing in other areas within the region and throughout the region. We're looking at breaking down artistic boundaries. We really want to challenge people's imaginations as it relates to the music and kind of stretch the boundaries of where we look artistically. And the third thing that's closely related to the second is finding new audiences and challenging new audiences and discovering them. So that's why we're looking at a broader array of musical programming to be able to attract those audiences.
What does that mean for your current symphony patrons?
Yes, that's probably going to be the most common question. And what it means is we'll still be performing the same masterpieces, the same great classical music that we have throughout the history of the orchestra. It's very important for us to maintain that legacy. The other changes for our audience is we will have two other series beyond the classical series, and one of them will be a family pop series where we'll encourage family, friends, children to come together. There'll be more popular music, anywhere from big bands to show tunes to classic rock and roll, and that'll be exciting. And then the final series that we'll do is more of it's a mixed media, multi-medium production. I'm not even going to call it a performance, a production that will really engage people, will involve them in what we're doing. There will be music involved. There will be visual things involved. There can be cooking involved, fashion. So it's really, you can't even stick it in a genre. It's a new production unto itself.
Right, okay, so 3 new series, still having classical, family pops, and the Explorer series
Correct.
of productions.
Correct.
So this is exciting. When is this all happening?
Well, we're announcing to the public, as you probably have already heard, April 13th, 2013. 2014. Missed a year. We'll do our July 3rd and 4th performances, as we always have. But then in October, we're going to do performances in October and December this year for the public and start selling our subscriptions rather than selling them in the spring for a concert coming up in September. We're going to change our performance years from January to December. So we'll start selling tickets for the calendar season of 2015 in the fall of 2014.
So how is Maestro Tomorrow feeling about all these changes?
It's funny because I came in 2013 and he was actually at the forefront of these changes. He's been looking at the possibility and the opportunity of the then Beloit Janesville Symphony becoming more of a regional organization and a regional group. He's built an orchestra of musicians. Most of them have advanced degrees. People don't realize that all the time. And they now come from the entire region, including Beloit and Janesville, but from Lake Michigan to the Mississippi River pretty much. So he's so excited about this, and this is something he's wanted for a long time, and it's very satisfying for him. And I love sitting in meetings with him, hearing how excited he is about this next period of growth.
Yeah, he can flex his music muscles a little bit, right?
Absolutely.
Well, that's exciting. And so still the same core orchestra members playing.
Absolutely. They've reached such a high level now,
right,
that we're comparing this orchestra to true regional orchestras. I mean, from a professionalism and musicianship standpoint, this is an outstanding Philharmonic, and we just can't wait for people to come and hear it.
And you can stay tuned for all these changes as they're unfolding by following us on Facebook or on our website, which is www.rockriverphil.org, or you can call into the office at 608-313-1200 for news on tickets, educational programs, or any upcoming fundraisers. Thanks.